Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURFITRIYADI RIZKI Ramadan. My ID is 2109-2085. I am from class 2A in English Education at Galuh University. I'm here to review all the material that has been given in this semester 3. Okay. First material about language. What is language? Language is an ability process by humans that is used and tool to communicate using sign. For example, a word or speech and gesture as a sign language. Language is the most effective communication tool. Who use language for communication? Of course, language is used by all humans who are used to communicating and interacting between fellow humans. Okay, what do you know about English language? English in the German language that was first spoken in England at the early Middle Age, and English is an international language because almost every country uses English when communicating. The second material about curriculum. Definition of curriculum. Curriculum is defined as written document that contains all subjects that will be taught to students through our choice of various discipline and the formulation of problems in everyday life. Curriculum does have been used in Indonesia. We have 10 curriculum used in Indonesia. The first, the lesson plan curriculum 1947. Emphasizes the information of human character that is sovereign and equal to other nations. Second, unrepealed lesson plan curriculum 1952. There is complete course syllabus with one lesson taught by a teacher. And three, the third curriculum 1964. Learning is centered on the Pancawardhana program, namely moral, intelligence, emotional, skill, and physical development. For curriculum 1968, change in the structure of the educational curriculum from Pancawardhana to fostering the spirit of Pancasila, basic knowledge, and special skill. And 5, curriculum 1975. Using instructional system development procedure or PPSI to plan methods, material, and learning objective. And 6, curriculum 1984. Carries a process skill approach with a CBCA, active student learning method approach, and is oriented towards instruction goals. And 7, curriculum 1994 and 1999, supplementary curriculum. Teaching objective emphasize understanding concept and problem solving skills. Curriculum 2004, each subject is described based on what competencies students must achieve later. And curriculum 2006, the Ministry of National Education at the time established the basic framework or KD, Graduate Competency Standard or SKL, and Basic Competency and Competency Standard or SKKD. And the last, Curriculum 2013. Teachers are required to seek much knowledge as possible because rapid technological development make it easier for students to obtain information. Next, definition of syllabus. Syllabus is one of the components of learning tools from lesson plan in a group of subject with a certain name, which includes competency standard, basic competency, subject, matter or learning activities, and indicator of competency achievement to for assessment, time allocation, and research study. The components that must exist in a syllabus are follow. The first, subject identity. The second, school identity. The third, core competencies, or in Indonesia language is KI, kompetensi inti. And next, the four, basic kompetensi. In Indonesian language, this is a kompetensi dasar. Kompetensi dasar. Next, kompetensi achievement indicator, subject matter, learning, evaluation, time allocation, learning research. Definition of lesson plan. Lesson plan, or what is called the learning implementation plan of abbreviated as LPP, is a plan that describes the procedure and organization of learning to achieve a basic competency set out in the content standard and described in the syllabus. The following are the components in a complete lesson plan or lesson plan. Complete lesson plan or lesson plan. Complete lesson plan, school name or identity, the identity of the subject of them, sub-them being taught, description of class, level and semester, main material, core subject, locate the length of time for the learning process, core competencies, basic competence, indicator of competence achievement, learning objective, material or content of teaching material, method in the learning process, media and source of teaching material, the step of learning activities. Di antaranya ada introduction, ada core, ada closing, lalu assessment during the learning process. Simple lesson plan itu dalam bahasa Indonesia sama seperti RPP 1 lembar yang definisinya adalah simple lesson plan is the lesson plan that has the same meaning as the previous lesson plan, namely a pace-to-pace learning activity plan for one or more meetings. Component in simple lesson plan. Learning objective, learning step, mencakup activities ya seperti ada preliminary activities, core activities, and closing activities, dan juga ada learning assessment. Materi, the next material terdapat dari modul yang sudah saya buat summary-nya, dan hasil dari summary dari modul 1 untuk buku kelas 7 SMP atau MTS. For lesson 1, what do you know about it? Itu berisi tentang at the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain various kind of information about the description of people, things, and animals. And lesson 2, why not explore more? At the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the social function, generic structure, and linguistic features of descriptive text about people, things, and animals. Lesson 3, will you practice? At the end of the lesson, you will be able to apply your knowledge about descriptive text jointly with your teacher, friend, or family members. And lesson 4, will you perform? At the end of the lesson, you will be able to apply your knowledge or descriptive text independently. For Module 2, this song is just for you. Lesson 1. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain various kinds of information about teenage life. Lesson 2. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the social function and linguistic feature of song lyrics related to teenage life. And lesson 3. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to apply your knowledge about the social function and language feature of song lyric jointly with your teacher, friends, or family members. Lesson 4. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to apply your knowledge about the social function and language feature of song lyrics about teenage life independently. For grade 8, we have only one module. Happy birthday to you. Materinya happy birthday to you, dan di sini lesson 1-nya, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain various information about special days. Lesson 2, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the social function, generic structure, and linguistic feature or operating card related to special days. Lesson 3, at the end of lesson, you will be able to apply your knowledge of narrative text jointly with your teacher, friends, or family members. And lesson 4, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to apply your knowledge of narrative text independently. I think it's all. Thank you very much for your attendance. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.